on today's show.
The Knicks hit rock bottom. Jay Crowder picks John Wall's nose. And the latest All-Star votes are in.
We discuss the biggest reason for the Rockets' hot start, Ice Cube's 3-on-3 league, and IT giving Mayweather his jersey.
And Joel Embiid gets his groove on in a brand new edition of the Meme Team.
It's Thursday, January 12th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, Sweet World, and welcome to The Starters. Whether you're listening to the podcast, joining us live right now on NBA TV, or later on YouTube, we're happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, that's Tas Melis.
Thanks for joining us.
To his right, it's the international man of mystery, taking it to the max, Lee Ellis.
Friend.
Lele.
And last, certainly not least, over there, it's the bearded one, Trey Kirby.
Hey-yo!
Hey-yo! TK, what's up?
Well, I'm here at the internet looking for your best tweets at #TheStarters. And guys, earlier today, the Pacers and Nuggets traveled to foggy London town to kick off the NBA's global games. Unfortunately, not much of a contest as the Nuggets won in a blowout, but fun times were had and some excellent content was generated. My favorite being this posh tea party hosted by former NBA player John Amici.
Since we are here for the gold games, you should have an afternoon tea. Have you had this before?
I've had afternoon tea, I just don't know if I've called it afternoon tea.
We've got some Earl Grey, a Lapsang Souchong.
Did you say shoeshine? This is good.
It's all about tea.
That's right, it's all about the tea. The tea brings us together. We have to do this again.
Thank you, we do.
Well, that brings us to today's very weird question. What's your ideal NBA afternoon tea foursome? And I'm going to give you mine real quick. I'm going to start with me, of course.
Okay.
And then I'm also bringing along Luol Deng. He's a naturalized British citizen. We need somebody there who knows what they're doing. I'm also going to invite Boris Diaw. People say he loves coffee. I bet he also loves tea, and he's a really interesting guy. But the guest of honor is none other than Sir Robert Covington. As the reason we'll be getting together will be to celebrate his knighthood, of course. Nonetheless, we want to hear from you, so let us know on Twitter. What's your ideal NBA afternoon tea foursome?
One of the weirdest questions.
We're going to get some great
we've
answers.
ever
I
had.
want
Send us your
Dikembe
best
at mine.
tweets immediately.
right.
#TheStarters.
The tea didn't seem to do anything for Dikembe's throat.
Not too soothing.
His voice, it's getting lower and lower. It's unbelievable. All right, we got a fun show tonight. We're going to play Fill in the Blank, and we have a new edition of the Meme Team. But we start with a little what you got. It's simple. Trey has found some similar topics. He's going to pitch them to us, and we got to determine the better choice. The catch, though, there's only one right answer, and that's whatever TK thinks it is. Trey, first one.
First one, the Knicks blew a 10-point lead in the final 2.5 minutes of last night's game against the Sixers, culminating in a TJ McConnell game-winning jumper and sprint across the court. Well, let's zoom out a little bit. I need you guys to tell me who has the brighter future, the Knicks or the Sixers. What you got?
It's
Wow.
the Sixers.
It's the Sixers.
The Knicks are a win-now team, and they're not winning.
Right.
How can you assume that they're going to do better in the future? The Sixers have more going forward. They've got a bunch of picks. Their best player, arguably, in Ben Simmons, isn't playing right now.
Right.
And Joel Embiid, may be their best player in the future, is playing fantastic. I know the Knicks have Kristaps, but the Sixers just have a whole lot more bullets in the arsenal. They also have the Lakers pick this offseason.
Yep.
That could be a
Top
juicy
three
one.
protected, that's
Yeah.
it, so it could be very good.
Yeah,
right?
they have their own pick.
Yep. Could swap with the Kings if the Kings somehow jump them in the lottery. Yeah,
And
you're
they
right.
could even get another pick if they trade one of Noel or Okafor, who are sort
Yeah,
of reportedly
it's true.
in talks there. But the Sixers absolutely have the brighter future. Like this year, they probably won't make the playoffs, but you can start to see what those last 3 or 4 years of pain have been waiting for, because now this team has got some good players, got some good young talent, and got some genuine stars on there as well. I mean, Joel Embiid has already shown, I think, most of us that he's an absolute lock for the Rookie of the Year, but he's probably going to be one of the most dominant centers in the league over the next few years. He's got range, he can go inside, he's a good defender. Lots of bright things for the Sixers.
Yeah, the truth is this has already been a successful season for
Yeah.
the Philadelphia 76ers. They've already have more wins than they did last year. Joel Embiid looks like a future star, and that's where it is a wash. I mean, Porzingis and Joel Embiid look like future stars, so that's where it's a wash. All the picks, though, make you lean towards the Sixers side, and you said it. Ben Simmons, hopefully could be back within a month or
Soon,
two,
yeah.
and then we get to see how he sort of meshes with a guy like Embiid, and then whether they keep Noel or Okafor. Unbelievably, as crazy as it sounds, it is the Sixers, and that's despite the Knicks having Carmelo Anthony, Derrick Rose, Noah, guys they tried to think would help them win right now.
But those guys are at the wrong end of their career for where Porzingis is.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
Porzingis going forward is obviously going to be the feature on this team.
I mean, last night was rock bottom for the New York Knicks season, right?
Probably.
Especially
Seems
this
that way.
week with what's going on with Derrick Rose. And
I don't know.
Is it going to get worse?
Porzingis is out as well, so maybe.
Yeah, it's a good point.
The Sixers are only 4.5 back of the Knicks. That's not too far off.
Now
At the beginning
Joel
of the
Embiid
season,
wants to make the playoffs. Yeah.
well, I love the spirit of that guy, obviously.
Yeah, all right, so we're saying with the Sixers have the brighter future at least.
Yeah, that's an easy choice. You guys are right. It's the Sixers. They have the best player on their team, Joel Embiid. Interesting.
Ooh.
Anyways, moving on, we had a good old-fashioned Donnybrook after last night's Wizards-Celtics game, and it all really got going when Jay Crowder straight up booped John Wall right in the nose, which led to Wall giving him a lightning-quick slap before people started hopping in to break things up. Who you rolling with in the Wizards-Celtics altercation? Team Wall or Team Crowder? What you got?
I'm going with John Wall on this one because when Jay Crowder doinked him on the nose, that's when it escalated. Up until that point, it was just two gentlemen having a conversation. Trash talking. Someone was going to come in, separate them. We knew that it was going to get a little bit physical like that. But once you poke someone in the nose like that or in the facial area, that's a sign of disrespect.
I was going to say, can I poke you in the ear? Can I poke you in the chin?
No,
Can I poke you in the head?
because at that point, you're just...
I can't stop looking at your nose right now. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
See, look, it's all friendly. It's all friendly. And then as soon as the poke comes out, that's when it escalates and everyone else...
Now the question is, did he mean just to do the point and not touch him?
No, he knew what he was
you meant
doing.
just touch him.
Don't blame John Wall's nose for this.
You're not
He crowded his space right there.
He sure
I don't
did.
know how you can call this a Donnybrook, though, Trey. This is
That's
not
an
a
NBA Donnybrook right here. In the NBA it is.
It's not a melee. It's not a fracas. It's an ongoing beef, I'd say.
I was going to say, I will add this. I maybe am Team Crowder and in a way Team Celtics in this whole mess because let's not forget, November 9th, the last time these two teams played, John Wall took down Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
And he got a flagrant 2 and eventually ejected for that in that game. And this is where, this sort of beef or whatever you want to call it really started. These teams don't like each other, which, by the way, I absolutely love.
Yeah.
It's nice having two teams that are just friendly all the time with each other. It's sort of a throwback. So maybe that would make me lean towards Crowder because it's sort of built up over after the last
If that
couple
was
games.
Marcus Smart, though, who doinked him, fair enough. But this is Jay Crowder.
Oh, he's standing up for his teammate.
Yeah,
though.
but-
Without that incident, I'm Team Wall. But with that incident, I'm Team Crowder.
Okay, we're torn on this one. Trey, what's the correct answer?
Well, I'm definitely Team Wall on this. I feel like touching somebody else's nose is one of the most intimate things you can do. So you better get permission beforehand. That's just me.
It's a bad look.
Moving on. The second returns for All-Star fan voting were released today, and despite both of them playing at All-Star levels, Kemba Walker at 9th and John Wall at 7th are way out of the running. Voting ends on Monday, so here's your question. Who's the bigger All-Star snub, Kemba Walker or John Wall? What you got?
I think it's Kemba Walker. I think he's been snubbed in this instance. It's a smaller market, I understand. Maybe a lot of people aren't watching the Charlotte Hornets, but he's been steadier the entire year. John Wall has come on. I'm a huge John Wall fan.
Player of the month last month.
Yeah, watching him is spectacular, but Kemba's just been a little bit more rock solid and deserves to be higher. 70,000 votes separate those two. Their games have been a lot closer than 70,000 votes.
I agree with Tass here. Look, both these guys are deserved All-Stars, and they both could make it.
I think they will both make it.
It depends how many point guards eventually get picked there when we get to the players' votes and the media's votes. But I'm with you. I mean, Kemba's the bigger snub in this scenario because he's further behind and their records, his team is better. He's played a couple more games than Wall.
Yeah.
Their stats, are really, really similar. Wall gets more assists.
The team records are really similar, too.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the Hornets are 20-19 and the Wizards are 500, 19-19. But yeah, I think I go Walker, but it's super, super close.
I'm going John Wall on this because I think he's paying the price for the bad start they got off to. They were 2-8 at one stage.
He was a
7-13.
part of that, though.
He got ejected twice, and I think that's the reason he's
Yeah.
paying the price. Since then, you mentioned he was Player of the Month for the whole conference.
He's been on
in
fire.
December. He's been great, and he's carried them back to the point where they've been sort of in and out of the playoffs right now. And I think Kemba Walker's also benefiting from the great start. Remember, the Hornets were 6-1. The talk of All-Star for him was hyped up from the start.
Let me throw this at you, though. Kemba Walker probably carries a bigger offensive burden than John Wall because of your man crush, Bradley Beal, who's also been great.
Bradley Beal's been great. Hashtag NBA vote. Get him in there.
Yeah, sure.
No, but I just think, again, you are splitting hairs a little bit over these guys because of the way the Hornets started and the way the Wizards started. And now the last month or so, the Wizards have definitely been the better team overall. And John Wall's been a huge part of that. Bradley Beal's been fantastic as well. Who's the second best player for the Hornets? probably Nicholas Batum.
Yeah.
But I will stay with John Wall on this one.
Will we see 5 point guards from the East make the All-Star game?
Probably
and
not.
I'm saying those two guys, of course, then like an Isaiah Thomas, a Kyle Lowry, a Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
It's
and
possible.
DeRozan. I think all
As-
six. I think it's going to be heavy in the guard department. 6 guards and then 6 forwards are going to make it.
We'll see. All right, Trey, what's the correct answer to that Wall or Walker snub?
Yeah, I also think it's Kemba Walker. He's
Okay.
been doing it all year long, like you guys have said. John Wall has been great the last month and a half, though. But moving on, it's Throwback Thursday, and by pure happenstance, both Lee and I posted basketball TBTs from 1999.
Is that Lee?
Lee at the free throw line at Madison Square Garden. And some dude named Trey Kirby, junior year of high school, rocking the Eminem look.
Yeah.
Who had a better TBT from 1999? Lee or me?
Just put
What
that
you got?
photo back up.
It's
Just
Trey.
put that photo. Put Trey's photo back up.
What are you talking about? You've been to Madison Square Garden. You're telling us all about Madison
Well,
Square
first
Garden.
off, look at Trey's feet. Look how tiny his feet look at this photo.
What are those?
You got baby doll feet, man. What's going on?
They're tiny.
Those are some small feet. I can't deny it. I've always had small feet. For
I mean, they
being
look
so-
a little more
They
normal
look
now.
normal now.
Yeah, that's why I got these smooth
Look
moves.
how tiny your feet look there.
I think the laces
It's an
go to the end of the
optical
shoe.
illusion.
Those were like Ken and Barbie doll shoes you were wearing. They were so tiny.
I remember when that Wilson jet came out. Do you remember when that ball came out?
The
Yeah.
evolution.
So why should we go with yours though?
Madison Square Garden on the court at the free throw
I can't
line.
even tell from the photo.
You can.
I can't
Who
tell
is
who
it?
you
If,
are.
if you're sort of going close and you would really increase the contrast.
Trey, what's the answer?
Yeah, it's
Come
Lee.
on, you know what the answer is.
Okay, all right.
Young guy.
Oh,
You and your
man.
tiny feet. All right, we
What a
gotta take a
cutie.
break. When we come
He
back,
called himself a cutie and he's still one.
You can't debate it.
when we come back, what's the secret to the Rockets' success? That and a whole lot more. You're watching the Starters. Don't go anywhere.
Can't even see Lee's nose in that photo.
Yeah. It's a bad
Bigger
photo.
than Trey's feet.
One of those old.
Welcome back to the Starters, where it's time to play a little fill in the blank. Trey's got a question, which includes a blank, and we'll fill it in. TK, let's do it.
All right, after having their 9-game winning streak snapped last night, the Houston Rockets are 31-10, on pace for 62 wins with an MVP, 6th Man of the Year, and Coach of the Year candidate in their locker room. Guys, fill in the blank. The most surprising part of the Rockets' start is blank.
What do you got?
I've gone their watchability.
Okay.
If you remember the Rockets last season with Dwight Howard, we thought a lot from them, and they really weren't very fun to watch. You knew the chemistry just wasn't there with Dwight and James. They seemed to be fighting all the time. It just was a tough team to watch. This year, every time the Rockets are on, they're scoring a lot, they're playing great basketball, they're sharing the ball, they're doing things that you want to watch, and I think that has really increased this season.
Yeah, that's why I said James ready, because James Harden has been an entirely different player. 2 years ago, second in MVP voting. Last year, he didn't make an All-NBA team. Now we might be watching the MVP. As this guy goes, the rest of the team goes. He has led in the locker room. He has led on the offensive end, obviously. He has led on the defensive end at times. This has been an entirely different player. James Harden, you could look at him and say, he's the most talented guy in the NBA. He leads this team.
Was that really surprising though?
Yeah.
James Harden's
Did you see him
always
last
been
year?
a
Yeah.
top 10 player.
They're
in the league.
Trey just mentioned they're on pace for 62 wins.
Yeah, that
they won
shot- that
41
shot.
last year. That's a huge jump.
I went with the new guys' good health, and what I mean by new guys is their 2 big free agent moves in Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon, who have been like unbelievable. A huge reason for their success with the way they're knocking down the 3-point shot. And these guys, Ryan Anderson, he played an average of 50 games per season over the last 3 years. Eric Gordon, even more banged up, playing an average of like 52 games per season over his entire career.
Yeah.
And the guy's been around for a lot longer than you think, like 8 years. And here they are, having missed a handful of games, Eric Gordon. Ryan Anderson hasn't even missed one yet. That is great news for the Rockets. Yeah, Beverly was out at the start of the year, and Capella, of course, recently, but these guys and the importance of the 3-ball with the Rockets team, of course, besides Harden, that's great news. If they can continue to play, something like 75-plus games, both those guys, they are going to have a 55, 60-win season. which
You
is
know what
something.
hasn't been healthy? Your marker.
What's going on
Your
here?
marker's dying a little
My
bit there.
my
It
marker's
looks a little
evaporating.
faint. I think we got to give some
no
credit
budget here.
to Mike D'Antoni, though, because he has empowered those guys like he has in the past, with Phoenix Suns. Guys like Ryan Anderson, Eric Gordon, they really thrive off a guy like Mike D'Antoni. This quote, touched home with this situation this week. Rajon Rondo said, "You're only as good as your coach thinks you are. That's a big part of each individual's success in the NBA." Isn't that exactly what's happening in Houston?
Yeah.
He gave James Harden the entire reins. He said, "This is your team, man. and everybody else has sort of followed suit. Mike D'Antoni, after bad stints with the Lakers and the Knicks, we all sort of wondered, and he was all kind of bad-mouthed in NBA circles. I mean, he's back, and as Trey mentioned, could be Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Trey, next one.
All right, former rapper and current actor Ice Cube is launching a half-court 3-on-3 league for former professional players over the age of 30. Yes, really. Those already signed up for the league include Allen Iverson, Chauncey Billups, and Mike Bibby. Yes, really.
Oh, great.
Fill in the blank. Ice Cube's new 3-on-3 league is...
Well, I got a new marker here. And
Nice.
I'm going with smart.
Smart.
It's just smart, and this is what I mean by that. It's half court. All right, these guys
Yeah.
are older. You can't get the 5-on-5 going up and down the floor. It's not going to be entertaining. The half court is smart. The idea of a 4-point shot is smart. They're playing games to 60, so like there's a max on it. They cap out. You got to win by 4. That just makes sense. And look, it's big on nostalgia. A lot of guys want to see these guys, especially a guy like Allen Iverson.
Ice Cube does, and that's why he started this league,
So,
right? He
I
said,
mean-
well, I'd like to see Allen Iverson play again.
Yeah,
You're dying to see Bibby out there, I'm sure.
No, I won't be going to see Mike Bibby play. But other than that, it makes sense. The 3-on-3 setting is what I'm getting at here. I like that idea.
I've put a fun idea, ... because I like some aspects of it. I think, though, playing once a week over about 2 months might lose a little bit of its momentum. At the start, everyone's excited to see these these old guys, and if you're over 30, maybe I'll try out for it as well.
Yeah.
But you're going to see these guys, you see them once, you see them twice. I'm not sure if it can sustain that interest for quite so long over the
But they're
summer.
not playing in the same city.
Yeah, I know,
They're
but
going to be moving
they're
from
moving
city to
around.
city,
But I think
so
once
it's
you
new
see
every
it,
time.
are you going to tune in and watch it on TV?
We'll see.
Maybe. I don't know.
I threw up organized because there are a lot of these ideas that come about every few years. You see a headline, we talk about it, then it goes poof.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
We never see it again. But with guys like Roger Mason behind it, Ice Cube behind it, I don't think it's going anywhere.
Okay, Trey, final one.
Final one. Following that Crowder Wall dust-up last night, the fight game kept on ticking in Boston. As boxing champ and domestic abuser Floyd Mayweather kinda sorta bossed Celtics guard Isaiah Thomas into handing his jersey over following the game. Fill in the blank. IT giving his jersey to Mayweather was blank.
The least he could do. They're best buddies.
They're
Yeah.
Best buddies. Floyd Mayweather gave Isaiah Thomas a $200,000 Bentley. IT can afford to give him his jersey.
You did your
point.
research.
There you go.
Yeah, I've seen
Least
them,
you could do.
I've seen them play pickup before
Yeah, they're buddies.
on
Long time.
YouTube, but it looked a little reluctant to me.
Yeah, he did.
He was like,
But he shouldn't have been.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do this. He
Lee?
looked like...
Thumbs down emoji.
Why?
I just don't like Floyd Mayweather.
Okay. Wow. You don't want to fight him?
No, well, I don't want to fight him. No, I'm probably the type of guy he would want to fight.
Quick break. When we return, Joel Embiid shines in a brand new edition of the Meme Team. Don't go anywhere. We asked you one of the weirdest questions we've ever asked. What's your ideal NBA afternoon tea foursome? You hit us up on Twitter, #starters. Trey has a few of the best answers.
Some legitimately great answers. This one comes from Dodos, who says he wants TJ McConnell, TJ Warren, T-Mac, and Jamal Teansley. Well played. Bruno says CP3, Isaiah Thomas, Lowry, Conley. Smaller guys who would be comfortable sitting in my regular sized chair.
Oh.
Very considerate. But the best answer comes from Alex, who says an NBA Tea Party foursome. DeMarcus Cousins, Latrell Sprewell, Rasheed Wallace, and Meta World Peace. Just brilliant.
Yeah,
Oh
great
wait,
tea
I actually
party.
literally have a cup here.
All right, every Thursday, yeah, no need to fake it. Every Thursday, we scour the internet, guys, to bring you the Meme Team, our favorite weird and wacky moments from the past 7 days.
At number 5, the Bats are back in San Antonio as Lakers' D'Angelo Russell found out.
We got bats on the floor. Yo, where's Ginobili when you need him?
D'Angelo is an NBA historian because he remembers Halloween night 2009, Manu slapped a bat out of the air. Yes, Manu slapped, and then he picked it up.
Oh, yeah.
He had to
Carried it
get
for
a
like a minute.
Yeah, he had to get a rabies vaccination shot because of it.
As you should.
But all was good. And that inspired my costume this Halloween.
Great stuff.
I am Batman.
Sunday's episode of Family Guy featured a cameo from Steph Curry, who poked fun at his post-game press conferences.
Oh my God, Steph, I'm such a big fan.
Thanks, it's nice to meet you.
Hey, I know we just met, but can I sit on your lap during your next post-game press conference?
Sure, I don't see why not. This is exciting for the whole Bay Area to be just 4 games away from the championship.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
12-year vet two-time champ Matt Bonner announced his retirement with this video.
Let me get straight to the point. I am retiring from playing competitive basketball at any level above the Concord Men's League over 35 division. Does anyone have any questions?
I'm working with the Spurs broadcast team as a sidecar to Coyote here. I don't think Matt Bonner has ever looked cooler than this.
Probably true.
Wow.
Look at him, yeah!
Just left the Coyote hanging.
What an entrance.
As if there weren't enough reasons to vote Cousins for the All-Star game, he has made us quite the promise.
You know what? I got a deal for everybody. You guys make me a starter in this year's All-Star game, I will release my R&B album. And it won't be an April Fool's joke.
Okay, because I was going to say, you pulled that like 3 years ago.
No April Fool's joke. Seriously.
So what could those albums look like? Well, maybe the Usher-inspired Confessions, or I love this one from Bleacher Report, Solange. Oh, that's too good.
He should grow his hair out.
Number one, Sixers Joel Embiid. He's just living life right now. He recently tweeted to his former GM, "I wonder who Sam Hinkie is going to vote for All-Star. Got to do it for the culture." Joel Embiid, hashtag NBA vote. Sam replied, "I got you. See you, Nola." He's only 15,000 votes back of a starting spot right now. It's working.
Trust the retweet.
And the Sixers are doing their part. They sent media the ingredients to make Shirley Temple's, Joel Embiid's favorite drink as an All-Star vote campaign. Everyone's drinking it. I've never had one. Any of you guys?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, shout out to
you might call it?
Yeah, Swiss Chalet in Canada. Great Shirley Temples.
His teammate TJ McConnell hit a huge game winner, and that's when Joel Embiid looked like he wanted to choke him out. What a great photo.
Cheer up, TJ.
Then he joined the Sixers dance pack. This is the year of Joel Embiid so far.
What a year. All right, gotta take one more break. Lots more still to come. Don't go anywhere. We ain't wasting no time. We're going right to Lili's very solid play.
Yes, we're heading up to snowy Portland for a nice little quick hit here from Damian Lillard and the Chief, Al-Farouq Amina. They zip it back and forth to each other. It's not the smoothest we've ever seen, but it's nice.
Not bad.
It's a nice finish. Here it is again. He's out there. Little pump fake party there for Kevin Love.
Yeah, a couple
Fizzes
parties
is back in there. And then, I would have liked on that first one. It didn't happen. It's okay. It's still what I call a very solid play.
Excellent, excellent. We've got some fan signs.
Yes, at the London game today, Timothy. What a great birthday present he said this was from his girlfriend. They're fantastic
It's like
stuff.
he got a plaque.
Martin and Lauren, another couples in here, taking a great fan sign along to the game there, and the starters t-shirt, fantastic.
He wears it
Finn
well.
Pepper took this one. It says the starters, the goat there, the unicorn. You know what I'm saying.
That's Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, Sportomatic took along this sign. You're going to have to go in a bit closer. These are all going to be on Facebook, and you can see the detail of these signs. And Ewan and his wife Jillian and their soon-to-be took a fantastic sign.
Oh, that's a sign.
Really good stuff. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, one more. Yeah, TJ Nix also took this one. Great job.
There it is. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow night and the drop tomorrow morning.
All right, thanks for joining us, folks. I don't have time for a quote, but hey, it's been a good ride.
Wild. Brace the night, people.